Let me ask you something that might shake your entire worldview. What if you've been approaching success completely backward? What if, instead of working to become victorious, you simply needed to assume the feeling of victory now? You see, most people live their entire lives waiting to feel victorious. They say, when I achieve this goal, then I'll feel like a winner. But I tell you this, you must feel like a winner first, and then the achievements will naturally follow. Consider this, every great achievement in history began with someone who acted as though they had already won before any physical evidence existed. They carried themselves with the confidence of victory, while others saw only defeat. Let me share something profound with you about the nature of victory. Victory isn't an event, it's a state of consciousness. When you truly grasp this, your entire world will transform. You see, most people are waiting for circumstances to make them feel victorious. But I tell you this, circumstances don't create your feelings create circumstances. Think about how you carry yourself when you know you've won something. There's a certain swagger in your step, a gleam in your eye, a confidence in your voice. This is the state you must adopt now before any external evidence exists. Most of you sit here tonight thinking about your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. But I tell you this, as long as you see these things as future achievements, they will remain in the future. You must live from the end now. Consider what happens when you truly adopt the attitude of someone who has already won. Your entire world must reshape itself to match this new self-concept. This is law. Let me share with you what happens in consciousness when you assume the feeling of victory. Your entire being shifts. Your posture changes. Your voice carries new authority. Your decisions come from a place of confidence rather than fear. Let me tell you something profound about this victorious attitude. When you truly embody it, you're not pretending. You're claiming your natural state. Victory is not something foreign to you. It's your inherent nature. You see, most people approach life from a position of hoping to win. But I tell you this, hope is just another form of doubt. When you know you've already won, there's no need for hope because certainty has replaced it. Consider how differently you move through the world when you know the game is already on. You don't stress about small setbacks. You don't worry about temporary obstacles. You move with the calm confidence of someone who knows the final outcome. Let me share with you what happens when you maintain this victorious consciousness consistently. People begin responding to you differently. Opportunities seemingly appear out of nowhere. Doors that were closed suddenly open. Most of you have been taught to wait for victory to feel victorious. But I tell you this, that's exactly backward. You must feel victorious first, and then victory will manifest in your world. You see, this attitude of victory isn't about arrogance or ego. It's about aligning yourself with your true nature. When you act like you've already won, you're simply acknowledging what's already true in consciousness. Think about how you breathe when you're victorious. It's deep. It's confident. It's relaxed. This is how you should be breathing right now, regardless of current circumstances. Let me tell you about the transformation that occurs when you maintain this state. Your decisions change because you're no longer operating from a place of fear or lack. You make choices as someone who knows they cannot fail. Most of you sit here tonight thinking about past failures, current struggles, future uncertainties. But I tell you this, all these are irrelevant. When you adopt the consciousness of victory, consider this, every time you doubt, every time you worry, every time you fear, you're denying your victorious nature. You're choosing to act from a consciousness of defeat rather than victory. Let me share with you what happens in the depths of your being. When you truly embrace this victorious attitude, your entire nervous system begins to operate differently. Your body language changes automatically. Your voice carries a new resonance. You see, most people are waiting for something external to give them permission to feel victorious. But I tell you this, the only permission you need is your own decision to embody victory now. Consider what happens when you walk into a room knowing you've already won. Not hoping, not wishing, not planning to win, but knowing with absolute certainty that victory is already yours. The entire atmosphere changes. Let me tell you about the subtle shift that occurs in your relationships when you maintain this victorious consciousness. People begin treating you according to your own self-concept. They respond not to your words, but to the victory you radiate. Most of you have spent years rehearsing defeat in your mind, imagining worst-case scenarios, preparing for failure. But I tell you this, every time you do this, you're denying your victorious nature. You see, this attitude of victory transforms even the smallest actions of your day. When you know you've already won, even the way you sip your morning coffee changes. Everything becomes an expression of victory. Think about how you make decisions when you know you cannot fail. You move with boldness, with certainty, with absolute conviction. This is how you should be moving through every moment of your life. Let me share with you what happens when this victorious consciousness becomes your natural state. You stop asking, what if I fail? Because failure becomes impossible in your consciousness. You only see paths to victory. Most of you have been conditioned to believe that victory must be earned through struggle and hardship. But I tell you this, victory is your natural state. The struggle comes from resisting this truth. No matter how your entire world must reshape itself. When you maintain this consciousness consistently, everything that doesn't align with your victorious nature must fall away. When you truly embody victory, you're not just changing your mindset, you're altering the very fabric of your reality. You see, most people spend their lives preparing for victory, planning for victory, hoping for victory. But I tell you this, all that preparation is useless. If you don't assume the feeling of victory now, consider what happens when you wake up each morning already feeling victorious. Your morning routine becomes a victory lap, not a preparation for battle. Your breakfast isn't fuel for the fight. It's a celebration of success. Let me tell you about the transformation that occurs in your work when you maintain this consciousness. Tasks that once seemed daunting become opportunities to express your victorious nature. Stages become stages for your triumph. Most of you have been taught that confidence comes after achievement. But I tell you this, achievement comes after confidence. When you act like you've already won, success becomes inevitable. You see, this victorious attitude completely transforms how you handle setbacks. When you know you've already won, obstacles become merely temporary illusions, stepping stones to your already secured victory. Think about how differently you approach problems when you know their solution is guaranteed. The stress dissolves. The anxiety vanishes. All that remains is the calm certainty of inevitable success. Let me share with you what happens when you maintain this state consistently. Your entire being begins to radiate victory. People feel it when you enter a room. Opportunities are naturally drawn to you. Most of you sit here tonight thinking about all the things you need to do to become victorious. But I tell you this, victory isn't something you become, it's something you express right now. Consider this. Every time you postpone feeling victorious until after some future achievement, you're pushing victory away. Victory must be claimed in the present moment. Let me share with you a deeper truth about this victorious attitude that will revolutionize your understanding. When you act like you've already won, you're not pretending. You're aligning with an existing reality in consciousness. You see, most people approach victory as something distant, something to be achieved through struggle and effort. But I tell you this, victory exists right now in your consciousness, waiting to be recognized and expressed. Consider what happens in your financial world when you maintain this victorious consciousness. Money ceases to be something you chase and becomes something naturally drawn to your victorious state. Success becomes your natural expression. Let me tell you about the transformation that occurs in your physical energy when you embody this attitude. Fatigue disappears because you're no longer fighting against life. You're flowing with your natural victorious state. Most of you have been taught that victory requires sacrifice, struggle, and pain. But I tell you this, those are just stories you've accepted. Victory is your natural state requiring no struggle at all. You see, this victorious attitude completely transforms your relationship with time. When you know you've already won, you stop rushing. You move with the confident pace of someone who knows their triumph is secure. Think about how you breathe when you know you've already won. It's deep, relaxed, confident. This is your natural breath when you're aligned with victory. Adopt this breath now. Let me share with you what happens when this victorious consciousness becomes your default state. Your dreams no longer seem distant or impossible. They become natural expressions of your victorious nature. Most of you sit here tonight wanting to know the exact steps to victory. But I tell you this, there are no steps to what you already are. There is only recognition and expression. Consider this, every time you doubt yourself, every time you feel uncertain, you're temporarily forgetting your victorious nature. These moments of doubt are simply opportunities to reclaim your true state. Let me reveal to you something profound about acting victorious that most will never grasp. When you embody victory in every moment, you're not just changing your behavior, you're awakening into your true identity. You see, most people treat victory like a distant destination, something to reach after long journeys of effort. But I tell you this, victory is your starting point, not your destination. You begin from victory, not journey toward it. Consider what happens in your mind when you truly grasp this truth. The endless chatter of doubt falls silent. The constant questioning of, am I good enough, disappears. All that remains is the quiet confidence of victory. Now, let me tell you about the shift that occurs in your physical presence when you maintain this consciousness. Your posture naturally straightens. Your movements become more graceful. Your entire being radiates an unmistakable authority. Most of you have spent years trying to overcome fear, doubt, and insecurity. But I tell you this, you don't overcome these things. You simply outgrow them by maintaining the consciousness of victory. You see, this victorious attitude transforms every interaction in your life. When you know you've already won, conversations change, meetings change, relationships change. Everything must align with your victorious nature. Think about how you make decisions when you know success is guaranteed. There's no hesitation, no second guessing, no fear of consequences. This is your natural state of being. Let me share with you what happens when you maintain this state consistently. Your entire world begins to mirror your victorious consciousness. Opportunities that once seemed impossible become natural occurrences. Most of you live constantly preparing for future success, future victory, future achievement. But I tell you this, as long as you place victory in the future, that's where it will remain. Consider this, every moment you spend doubting your victory is a moment spent denying your true nature. Your victory itself expressing itself through your unique form. Let me share with you a truth so profound, it will transform your entire approach to life. When you act victorious, you're not just putting on a show. You're tuning into the frequency of your natural state. You see, most people spend their lives reacting to circumstances, letting external events determine their inner state. But I tell you this, when you maintain the consciousness of victory, circumstances must conform to your inner state. Consider what happens to your creative abilities when you operate from this victorious consciousness. Ideas flow effortlessly. Solutions appear spontaneously. Innovation becomes your natural expression. Let me tell you about the transformation that occurs in your sleep when you maintain this victorious state. Your rest becomes deeper, more rejuvenating, because you're no longer battling with doubt and uncertainty in your dreams. Most of you have been taught to be realistic about your expectations. But I tell you this, what's realistic to the victorious consciousness far exceeds what's realistic to the consciousness of limitation. You see, this victorious attitude completely revolutionizes how you handle challenges. When you know you've already won, obstacles become opportunities to demonstrate your mastery. Think about how you speak when you know victory is certain. Your words carry authority. Your voice resonates with conviction. Your communication inspires confidence in others. Let me share with you what happens when this victorious consciousness becomes your constant companion. Your very presence becomes a catalyst for positive change in others. Your victory inspires their victory. Most of you sit here tonight thinking about all the reasons why victory might not be possible. But I tell you this, those reasons exist only in a consciousness that has forgotten its true nature. Consider this, every time you embrace limitation, every time you accept defeat, you're choosing to temporarily forget who you really are. Victory is not something you achieve. It's something you remember. Let me reveal to you something about victory that will forever change how you approach every moment of your life. When you act victorious, you're not pretending. You're acknowledging your innermost truth. You see, most people chase success like hungry wolves chasing prey. But I tell you this, when you embody victory, success chases you. It becomes the natural expression of your being. Consider what happens in your body. When you maintain this victorious consciousness, your immune system strengthens, your energy increases, your entire physical being aligns with this elevated state. Let me tell you about the transformation that occurs in your daily habits when you live from this state. Activities that once felt like obligations become celebrations of your victory. Work becomes play. Challenges become adventures. Most of you have been programmed to believe that confidence must come after achievement. But I tell you this, achievement is merely the ultra confirmation of the victory you've already claimed in consciousness. You see, this victorious attitude completely transforms your perception of time. Past failures lose their sting because you realize they were simply stepping stones to your current victory. Think about how you walk when you know you're victorious. Your stride lengthens. Your steps become purposeful. Your entire movement expresses the certainty of success. Let me share with you what happens when this victorious consciousness becomes your moment-to-moment reality. Synchronicities increase. Favorable circumstances multiply. Life itself seems to conspire for your success. Most of you have spent years building defenses against failure. But I tell you this, when you maintain the consciousness of victory, there's nothing to defend against. Victory is your natural state. Consider this. Every anxious thought, every worried moment, every fearful anticipation is simply a temporary forgetting of your victorious nature. Return to victory now. Let me share with you the final and most crucial understanding about victory that will complete your transformation. When you maintain the consciousness of victory, you're not becoming something new. You're returning to your original state. You see, most people spend their lives seeking validation from the outer world. But I tell you this, all validation, all confirmation, all proof of your victory must first be established in consciousness. Consider what happens when you move through your entire day from this victorious state. Meetings become opportunities to express your mastery. Challenges become platforms for demonstrating your power. Every moment becomes a celebration of victory. Let me tell you about the final piece of this transformation. When you truly grasp that you've already won, all struggle ceases, all fighting ends, all resistance dissolves. What remains is pure, effortless expression of victory. From this moment forward, I want you to make this sacred commitment to yourself. Promise that you will never again act from a consciousness of defeat. Promise that you will maintain this victorious attitude regardless of appearances. You see, this is the moment where everything changes. This is where you stop seeking victory and start expressing it. This is where you cease struggling to become victorious and simply be victory itself. Think about tomorrow morning when you wake up. Will you rise as the same person who started listening to this message? Or will you rise as victory itself, ready to express your true nature? Let me share with you this final truth. There is no power that can defeat you except your own acceptance of defeat. When you maintain the consciousness of victory, the entire universe must rearrange itself to match your conviction. This is your moment. This is your victory. This is your true nature testing itself through you. Rise up now, not as someone seeking victory, but as victory itself. Move forward, not as someone hoping to win, but as someone who has already won. Live not as someone becoming victorious, but as victory personified. For in this recognition lies your freedom. In this understanding lies your power. In this knowing lies everything you have ever desired. Go forth now with the absolute certainty that victory is not your destination. It is your starting point. It is not your goal. It is your nature. It is not your future. It is your eternal now. Let every breath you take be a breath of victory. Let every step you take be a step of triumph. Let every word you speak be a declaration of success. For you are victory itself, expressing itself through your unique form. You have always been victory. You will always be victory. This is your final understanding. This is your ultimate truth. This is your eternal knowing. You are victory itself. And so it is. Rise now and live from this truth. The world is waiting for your victory to express itself. The end is where we begin, for victory was never something achieved. It was always something to express. Express it now. Express it always. This is your victory. This is your moment. This is your truth. Now and always, victory is yours. This principle, when understood and applied with unwavering faith, will catapult you into a realm of infinite possibilities where your deepest desires manifest with effortless grace. The principle I speak of is encapsulated in these simple yet powerful words. Act like you are already winning. Now you may ask, Wayne, how can I act as if I'm winning when my current reality shows no signs of victory? And to that I say, my dear friends, your physical senses are but a shadow of the true reality that exists within your imagination. For it is in the realm of imagination that all things are born, and it is through the power of your conscious assumption that these imaginal acts are made flesh. Consider for a moment the nature of your own consciousness. Are you not, at this very instant, the operant power of your world? Is not your consciousness the very substance from which all your experiences are molded? I tell you with absolute certainty that your consciousness is the one only reality. All that you perceive in the outer world is but a reflection, a shadow of the beliefs and assumptions you hold within. To act as if you are already winning is to align your consciousness with the state of the wish fulfilled. It is to clothe yourself in the feeling of the wish accomplished, to breathe the air of success, to walk in the shoes of the victor long before any physical evidence presents itself. This, my friends, is the art of revision, the spiritual practice of reimagining your life from the vantage point of your eyes. Let us delve deeper into this concept. When you act as if you are already winning, you are not engaging in mere positive thinking or empty affirmations. No, you are participating in a far more potent and transformative process. You are, in essence, rewriting the script of your life. You are stepping into the skin of your ideal self, embodying the very essence of success and victory. Imagine, if you will, a great actor preparing for a role. Does the actor wait until opening night to embody the character? Of course not. The actor begins to live and breathe as the character long before stepping onto the stage. They study the character's mannerisms, adopt their way of speaking, and even begin to think as the character would think. In the same way, you must become the actor in the grand play of your life, assuming the role of the victorious, accomplished version of yourself. But remember, this is not a performance for others. It is a performance for yourself, for your own subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. When you consistently act as if you are already winning, your subconscious mind accepts this new self-concept as fact and begins to work tirelessly to align your outer world with this inner conviction. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Wayne, isn't this a form of self-deception? Am I not lying to myself? To this, I say emphatically no. You are not deceiving yourself. You are awakening to your true nature. You are recognizing that the power to shape your reality lies within you, not in external circumstances or the opinions of others. Consider the words of the psalmist. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Psalm 82.6. This is not mere poetic language, my friends. It is a profound statement of truth. You are indeed a god in your own universe, possessing the divine power to create and shape your reality through the power of your imagination and assumption. To act as if you are already winning is to claim your death right. It is to step into the role of the creator, molding the clay of your life experience with the show hands of unwavering faith and conviction. It is to recognize that the kingdom of heaven is indeed within you, and that this kingdom is a state of consciousness, a realm of infinite possibility where all things are possible to those who believe. Let us pause for a moment and reflect on the implications of this truth. If you truly are the operant power in your world, if your consciousness is the one and only reality, then it follows that the only limits to your success are those you have accepted in your own mind. The barriers you perceive, the obstacles that seem to block your path, exist only because you have given them life through your belief in their reality. But just as you have the power to create these limitations, you have the power to dissolve them. By acting as if you are already winning, you withdraw your created power from the unwanted conditions in your life. You cease to water the weeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, and instead nurture the seeds of success, abundance, and victory. This principle applies to every area of your life. Whether you seek success in your career, harmony in your relationships, abundance in your finances, or radiant health in your body, the key lies in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Act as if you already possess the success you desire. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the sense of accomplishment that would be yours if your desires were already a physical fact. Let me share with you a personal experience that illustrates the power of this principle. Many years ago, when I first arrived in New York City, I was a young man with big dreams but empty pockets. I longed to live in a particular apartment building, one that was far beyond my means at the time. Instead of accepting my current circumstances as final, I began to act as if I already lived in that coveted apartment. Each day as I walked past the building, I would pause and imagine myself entering as a resident. I would feel the cool marble of the lobby beneath my feet, smell the fresh flowers always present in the foyer, and experience the satisfaction of inserting my key into the lock of my own front door. I lived in this imaginable apartment so vividly and consistently that it became more real to me than my actual living quarters. To the amazement of my friends and family, within a matter of weeks, a series of unexpected events unfolded that led to me not only renting an apartment in that very building, but doing so at a rate I could easily afford. This, my dear friends, is the power of acting as if you are already winning. It is the power of living from the end, of making your desires so vivid and so real in your imagination that it has no choice but to externalize in your physical reality. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Wayne, surely it can't be that simple. Don't we need to take action in the physical world to achieve our goals? And to this I say, yes, action is indeed necessary. But understand this inspired action flows naturally and effortlessly when you have fully embodied the state of the wish fulfilled. When you act as if you are already winning, you naturally begin to think, speak, and behave in ways that align with your desired outcome. You make decisions from the perspective of the person who has already achieved their goal. You carry yourself with the confidence and poise of a winner. And as a result, opportunities that were always present but previously invisible to you suddenly come into focus. This is not to say that challenges will not arise. They most certainly will. But when you are firmly established in the consciousness of already having won, these challenges are transformed. They cease to be insurmountable obstacles and instead become stepping stones, opportunities for growth and expansion. You meet them not with fear and doubt, but with the calm assurance of one who knows the end result is already secured. Let us now explore how you can begin to apply this principle in your daily life. The first step is to clearly define your desire. What does winning look like to you? Be specific. See it in your mind's eye with crystal clarity. Feel it with all the intensity of your being. Make it so real that if you were to open your eyes, you would be surprised to find it not physically present. Next, you must persist in this new assumption. Remember, your current circumstances are the result of your past thoughts and beliefs. They have no power to prevent your new assumption from bearing fruit unless you give them that power. Persist in your new mental diet, feasting on thoughts and feelings that align with your desire and starving any doubts or contradictory thoughts that may arise. Throughout your day, ask yourself, how would I act if I were already living my desired reality? How would I carry myself? How would I speak to others? What decisions would I make? Then, with childlike faith and simplicity, act accordingly. This is not about pretending or putting on a show for others. It is about aligning your entire being with the vibrational frequency of your desire. Understand, my dear friends, that this principle is not about forcing change through sheer willpower. It is about allowing change to unfold naturally as you shift your consciousness. It is about recognizing that the outer world is a reflection of your inner world, and that by changing the inner, you inevitably change the outer. As you embark on this journey of acting as if you are already winning, you may encounter moments of doubt. You may look at your current circumstances and be tempted to abandon your new assumption. In these moments, I urge you to remember that what you are seeing is the lingering shadow of past beliefs. It is the harvest of seeds planted long ago. Your new assumption, if persisted in faithfully, will in due time bear its own fruit. Consider the words of the Apostle Paul, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Hebrews 11:1, this is not mere religious rhetoric, my friends. It is a profound metaphysical truth. Your faith, your unwavering assumption of the reality of your desire, is the very substance from which your desire will be molded in the physical world. Let me share with you another principle that goes hand in hand with acting as if you are already winning. This principle is the law of reversibility. Simply put, this law states that if a certain mental attitude produces a certain set of conditions, then holding to that set of conditions will reproduce that mental attitude. In practical terms, this means that by consistently acting as if you are already winning, you will inevitably begin to feel like a winner. And as you continue to feel like a winner, you will naturally act more and more like one. It becomes a self-reinforcing cycle, a virtuous spiral that propels you ever upward towards the full manifestation of your desire. Now, some of you may be wondering, Wayne, what if I falter? What if I find myself slipping back into old patterns of thought? To this, I say, be gentle with yourself. Remember that you are breaking lifelong habits of thought. It is natural for old patterns to resurface from time to time. When this happens, simply acknowledge it without judgment, and then gently but firmly return to your new assumption. Think of it as training a puppy. When the puppy wanders off, you don't berate it or give up on the training. You simply lovingly bring it back to where it should be. In the same way, when your mind wanders back to old patterns of thought, gently but firmly bring it back to the assumption of your wish fulfilled. As you persist in this practice, you will find that staying in the state of the wish fulfilled becomes easier and more natural. What once required conscious effort becomes second nature. You begin to live from the state of already having won, and your outer world has no choice but to conform to this new inner reality. Let us now turn our attention to a crucial aspect of acting, as if you are already winning the role of gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a virtual sentiment. It is a powerful creative force. When you express genuine gratitude for your desire, as if it were already fulfilled, you align yourself vibrationally with its manifestation. Consider this. Can you be truly grateful for something you don't believe you have or will have? Of course not. Therefore, the very act of feeling sincere gratitude for your desire is a powerful affirmation of its reality in your consciousness. It is a declaration to the universe, to your subconscious mind, that your desire is not a vague hope for the future, but a present fact. I urge you, my dear friends, to make gratitude a cornerstone of your practice. Each night as you retire to bed, and each morning as you rise, take a few moments to feel profound gratitude for the fulfillment of your desire. Feel it not as something that will happen, but as something that has already happened. Let the warmth of gratitude fill your entire being, knowing that as you do so, you are watering the seeds of your manifestation. Now let us address a question that often arises when discussing this principle. Wayne, what about the desires of others? What if my winning means someone else must lose? This, my friends, is a misconception born of a belief in limitation. In the infinite abundance of the universe, there is more than enough for everyone to win. When you act as if you are already winning, you are not taking anything away from anyone else. Instead, you are tapping into the limitless supply of the universe. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the cosmos, a power that knows no lack, no limitation. Your winning does not necessitate another's loss. In fact, as you elevate your own consciousness to the level of winning, you inevitably lift others around you. Think of it this way when you light a candle. Does it diminish the light of other candles in the room? Of course not. It only adds to the overall illumination. In the same way, your success, your winning, only adds to the collective good. It inspires others, creates opportunities for others, and contributes to the expansion of possibilities for all. As we delve deeper into this principle, let us explore its application in various aspects of life. In your career, acting as if you are already winning means carrying yourself with the confidence and authority of someone who has already achieved their professional goals. It means making decisions not from a place of fear or scarcity, but from a place of abundance and certainty. In your relationships, it means treating yourself and others with the love, respect, and appreciation that characterize your ideal relational state. It means interacting with others not from a place of need or lack, but from a place of fullness and completeness. In your health and well-being, it means embodying the vitality, energy, and radiant health that you desire. It means treating your body as the temple of perfect health that it is, nourishing it with wholesome foods, invigorating it with joyful movement, and allowing it to rest and rejuvenate as needed. In your spiritual life, acting as if you are already winning means living from a place of deep inner peace, unshakable faith, and profound connection to the divine. It means approaching each day with the wonder and curiosity of one who knows they are on a sacred journey of continuous growth and expansion. As you apply this principle across all areas of your life, you will begin to notice a remarkable transformation. The person you are becoming, this version of you who acts as if they are already winning, will begin to feel more real, more authentic than the old self ever did. This is because you are aligning with your true nature, your higher self, the divine spark within you that knows no limitations. But remember, my dear friends, this transformation is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more fully yourself. It is about shedding the limiting beliefs and false identities that have held you back and stepping into the fullness of who you truly are. As you continue on this journey, you may encounter resistance from others. Those around you may not understand the changes they see in you. They may question your new attitude, your new way of being. Do not let this deter you. Remember, they are seeing you through the lens of their own limitations, their own belliches about what is possible. Your task is not to convince others of the validity of your new state. Your task is simply to persist in it, to live from it with such conviction that your outer world has no choice but to conform to this new inner reality. As you do so, those around you will either rise to meet you at your new level, or they will naturally fall away, making room for new relationships that resonate with your elevated state of being. Now let us address a crucial point, the timing of your manifestation. As you act as if you are already winning, you may find yourself growing impatient for the physical evidence of your desire. You may be tempted to constantly check for signs of its manifestation, to anxiously await its arrival. I urge you to resist this temptation. Remember, in the realm of the infinite time, as we know it does not exist, your desire is already fulfilled in the eternal now. Your task is not to make it happen, but to align yourself with its reality. Trust in the perfect unfolding of the universe. Know that your desire is making its way to you through the most efficient means possible. In the meantime, enjoy the journey. Find joy in the process of becoming. Revel in the excitement of watching your life transform. For in truth, the journey of becoming is just as valuable, just as rewarding as the achievement of the goal itself. As we near the conclusion of our discourse, I want to impress upon you the importance of persistence. Acting as if you are already winning is not a one-time event. It is not something you do for a day or a week and then abandon. It is a way of life, a constant state of being. Just as a farmer does not plant seeds one day and uproot them the next to check for growth. You must not constantly uproot your assumption to check for results. Plant the seed of your desire firmly in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Water it daily with the assumption of its fulfillment, and then have faith in the natural process of growth. Remember, my dear friends, that you are not alone in this journey. The same power that created the universe flows through you. The same intelligence that orchestrates the dance of galaxies is at work in your life, bringing about the fulfillment of your desires. Trust in this power. Align yourself with it by maintaining the unwavering assumption of your wish fulfilled. In closing, I want to leave you with this thought. The state of winning, of success, of fulfillment is not something external to be achieved. It is a state of consciousness to be assumed. As you act as if you are already winning, you are not pretending or deceiving yourself. You are aligning with your true nature, your higher self, the divine within you that knows no limitations. So go forth, my dear friends, and live boldly from the state of your wish fulfilled. Act as if you are already winning, for in the deepest reality you already have won. The game was rigged in your favor from the start. You are the author of your own story, the creator of your own reality. Claim your power, embrace your divinity, and watch in awe as the universe moves mountains to bring your desires into manifestation. Remember, the world is yourself, pushed out as you assume the feeling of already having won. As you embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you set in motion forces beyond your comprehension. You activate the law of attraction, drawing to yourself people, circumstances, and opportunities that align with your new self-concept. Let your every thought, word, and action spring from this new state of being. Let your inner conversation reflect the reality of your desire fulfilled. Speak to yourself and others as the person who has already achieved their goals would speak. Carry yourself with the quiet confidence of one who knows their success is assured. And above all, have faith. Faith not as a mere belief, but as the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Let your faith be unshakable, for it is the very force that will move mountains and part seas to bring about the manifestation of your desire. As we conclude, I want you to take a moment to fully embrace this truth. Close your eyes, if you will, and feel the reality of your desire fulfilled. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the sense of accomplishment. Let it permeate every cell of your being. Breathe it in. Let it fill your lungs, your heart, entire body. Now, with this feeling firmly established within you, go forth into your day. Let this feeling be the lens through which you view the world. Let it inform your every interaction, your every decision. For as you do so, you are literally reshaping your reality, molding it to match your inner vision. Remember, my dear friends, you are divine beings, co-creators with the infinite. The power to shape your reality lies within you. It always has, and it always will. By choosing to act as if you are already winning, you are claiming this power, stepping into your divine birthright. So I say to you, with all the love and conviction in my heart, act as if you are already winning. For in the deepest, true sense, you already have won. The victory is yours. Claim it, embody it, live from it, and watch in awe as your outer world transforms to match your inner reality. Go now and create the life of your dreams. For you are the operant power, the divine creative force, the I am presence in your world, and all things are possible to you. Blessings upon you all, and may your journey be filled with joy, wonder, and the sweet satisfaction of desires fulfilled. My friends, message that has the potential to liberate you from the shackles of self-doubt, self-criticism, and the persistent belief that you are somehow not enough. You see, the truth of the matter is this. You are not exactly as you are in this very moment. You are a sovereign divine being imbued with a limitless potential that far exceeds the constraints of your own limiting beliefs. And yet so many of us have forgotten this fundamental truth, allowing ourselves to become consumed by the constant need to prove our worth, to measure up to the unrealistic standards set by the world around us. We find ourselves endlessly seeking validation, approval, and acceptance from external sources, all the while neglecting the vast wellspring of power and abundance that resides within. But no more, my friends. No more shall we be content to live as shadows of our true selves, diminished and shrunken by the weight of our own self-judgment and self-doubt. For today, I'm here to remind you, to impress upon you with every fiber of my being, that you are enough now and forevermore. You see, the very notion of not being enough is a fallacy, a construct of the mind that has been painstakingly woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness. It is a belief system that has its roots in the false premise that we are separate from the divine, that we are somehow lacking in some fundamental way. But my friends, this could not be further from the truth. For you, each and every one of you, are expressions of the divine, manifestations of the infinite creative potential that is the very source of all that is. You are not separate from this vast, expansive intelligence, but rather an integral, inseparable part of it. And when you truly, deeply, with unwavering conviction, internalize this truth, the implications are truly staggering to behold. You see, the moment you recognize your own divinity, the moment you claim your rightful place as a sovereign being, imbued with the power to shape your own reality, the very nature of your existence begins to transform. Suddenly, the things that once felt so burdensome, so overwhelming, start to fade into the background, replaced by a profound sense of ease, grace, and effortless abundance. The limiting beliefs, the self-imposed barriers that have held you back for so long begin to crumble, giving way to a deep, abiding certainty of your own worthiness, your own inherent sufficiency. And as you continue to reinforce this new neural blueprint, as you deepen your commitment to the practice of self-acceptance and self-love, the tangible manifestations of this transformation become increasingly apparent. Doors begin to open, opportunities present themselves, and the resources, the people, the circumstances that you need to thrive start to align themselves with your highest vision. It's as if the very fabric of reality is rearranging itself to meet you in the space of your newfound self-belief, your unwavering conviction that you are indeed enough. And the more you immerse yourself in this process, the more effortless it becomes, the more it starts to feel like a natural, organic extension of who you are. Because, my friends, the truth is that this work of claiming your own sufficiency, of stepping into the fullness of your divine potential, is not some external, foreign process that you have to struggle and strive to achieve. No, it is a remembering, a reclaiming of the truth that has always been etched into the very core of your being. You see, each and every one of us is born with the innate capacity to recognize our own worth, to embrace the totality of who we are without conditional qualification. It is a birthright, a divine inheritance that is ours to claim, if only we have the courage and the conviction to step into that role. And my friends, I can tell you from the depths of my own experience, from the countless lives that I've had the honor of witnessing transformed through this work, that the rewards that await you on the other side of this journey are truly beyond anything you could ever imagine. Just think about it. A life filled with boundless abundance, deep and fulfilling relationships, a tangible sense of purpose and meaning. A life where you wake up every single day filled with a deep, abiding sense of joy and gratitude, confident in the knowledge that you are enough exactly as you are. That, my friends, is the promise that lies at the heart of this transformative work. And I, for one, am ready to dive in headfirst to claim my rightful place as a sovereign, self-sufficient being. And I invite you with every fiber of my being to join me on this incredible, life-changing journey, because the truth is, my friends, the only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is the decision to step into your own power, to reclaim your birthright as a divine, limitless being. And I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that the moment you make that choice, the moment you commit to this sacred work with every ounce of your being, the floodgates of possibility will open wide before you. So take a deep breath, my friends, and let the truth of your own divinity, your own inherent sufficiency sink in. Feel the weight of that truth, the power of that revelation permeate every cell of your being. And then with unwavering intention, with absolute clarity of purpose, declare to the universe, I am enough. I am a sovereign, divine being imbued with limitless potential. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in the way of the life I have chosen to manifest. Because, my friends, that is the truth of who you are. That is the essential, unshakable core of your being. And when you learn to align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with that truth, when you step into the fullness of your creative power, the miracles that unfold will leave you in a state of perpetual awe and wonder. You see, the moment you claim your own sufficiency, the moment you recognize that you are indeed enough, the very landscape of your life begins to shift. Suddenly, the things that once seemed so difficult, so impossible, start to fall into place with an ease and grace that can only be described as miraculous. You find yourself being guided step by step towards fulfillment of your deepest desires, as if by an unseen hand. And the beauty of this process, my friends, is that it's not just limited to the material, the external aspects of your life. No, the true magic of claiming your own sufficiency lies in its ability to transform the very essence of who you are, to free you from the shackles of self-doubt, self-criticism, and the persistent belief that you are somehow lacking. Because, you see, when you learn to consciously, deliberately, and with unwavering intention embrace the totality of who you are, you don't just change your circumstances, you change the very fabric of your being. You become a living, breathing embodiment of the truth that you are not just a passive observer of your reality, but an active, creative participant in the unfolding of your own destiny. And as you continue to strengthen this new neural blueprint, as you deepen your commitment to the practice of self-acceptance and self-love, you begin to witness the most profound shifts, not just in your external world, but in the way you experience yourself, in the very way you relate to the universe around you. Suddenly, the things that once seemed so daunting, so overwhelming, start to feel effortless, almost second nature. The negative thought patterns and limiting beliefs that have held you back for so long begin to melt away, replaced by a rich tapestry of empowering, possibility, focused mindsets that infuse every aspect of your life with a tangible sense of purpose, abundance, and deep, abiding fulfillment. And my friends, the beauty of this journey is that it's not just about reaching some lofty, idealized version of yourself. No, it's about reclaiming the fullness of who you already are, the sovereign, divine being that has always been there, waiting patiently for you to remember the truth of your own power. Because you see, the reality is that you are not some imperfect, flawed version of a person that you're supposed to be. No, my friends, you are a magnificent, multifaceted expression of the divine, imbued with the same creative potential as the very source of all that is. And when you learn to consciously, deliberately, and with the unwavering intention, align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions with the truth of your own divinity, the doors to limitless possibilities swing wide open before you. Suddenly, the things that once seemed so out of reach, the dreams and aspirations that you may have dismissed as mere fantasy, start to become not just possible, but inevitable. You find yourself being drawn towards the people, the resources, the opportunities that are perfectly aligned with the vision you've set in motion, as if by some unseen guiding hand. And the more you reinforce this new neuro blueprint, the more you embody the consciousness of your own sufficiency, the more effortless this process becomes. The negative thought patterns and limiting beliefs that have held you back for so long begin to melt away, replaced by a rich tapestry of empowering possibility, focused mindsets that infuse every aspect of your life with a tangible sense of purpose, abundance, and deep, abiding fulfillment. So my friends, I invite you, I implore you to join me on this incredible life-changing journey to commit yourselves to the sacred work of reclaiming your own divinity, your own inherent sufficiency, and to witness the miracles that unfold as you step into the fullness of your greatness. Because the truth is, the only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is a decision to step into your own power, to embrace the truth that you are indeed enough. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that the moment you make that choice, the moment you commit to the sacred work with every ounce of your being, the floodgates of possibility will open wide before you. So let us not waste another moment, my friends. Let us step into the role of the sovereign, divine beings that we were born to be. Let us commit ourselves to the sacred work of reclaiming our own sufficiency, our own inherent worthiness, and let the transformation begin. You see, the truth is that this journey is not about reaching some idealized, perfected version of ourselves. No, my friends, it is about rediscovering the truth that has always been etched into the very core of our being. It is about removing the layers of conditioning, the self-imposed limitations that have obscured our vision, and reconnecting with the boundless wellspring of power, abundance, and self-love that resides within. And as we do this work, as we consciously, deliberately, and with unwavering intention align our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions with the truth of our own divinity, we will begin to witness the most profound shifts, not just in our external circumstances, but in the very fabric of our being. The negative thought patterns and limiting beliefs that have held us back for so long will start to melt away, replaced by a rich tapestry of empowering possibility, focused mindsets that infuse every aspect of our lives with a tangible sense of purpose, abundance, and deep, abiding fulfillment. Doors will begin to open. Opportunities will present themselves, and the resources, the people, the circumstances that we need to thrive will start to align themselves with our highest vision. It's as if the very fabric of reality is rearranging itself to meet us in the space of our newfound self-belief, our unwavering conviction that we are indeed. And my friends, the beauty of this journey is that it's not just about achieving some external goal or marker of success. No, it's about cultivating a deep, abiding sense of self-acceptance, self-love, and self-trust that permeates every aspect of our lives. It's about reclaiming the sovereignty, the divinity that has always been ours, and learning to wield the immense creative power that comes with that. Because you see, when we step into the fullness of our own sufficiency, when we claim our rightful place as sovereign, divine beings, we don't just change our circumstances. We change the very essence of who we are. We become living, breathing embodiments of the truth that we are not just passive observers of our reality, but active, creative participants in the unfolding of our own destiny. And as we continue to deepen this practice, as we reinforce this new neural blueprint with unwavering commitment and conviction, the tangible manifestations of our transformation become increasingly apparent. We find ourselves effortlessly attracting the people, the resources, the opportunities that are perfectly aligned with the vision we have set in motion. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring to support us, to guide us, to lift us up and propel us towards the realization of our deepest, most heartfelt desires. But my friends, the true magic of this journey doesn't just lie in the external results, as profound and life-changing as they may be. No, the real power of reclaiming our own sufficiency lies in the profound inner transformation that takes place, the liberation from the shackles of self-doubt, self-criticism, and the persistent belief that we are somehow not enough. Because you see, when we learn to consciously, deliberately, and with unwavering intention embrace the totality of who we are, we don't just change our circumstances, we change the very fabric of our being. We become radiant, vibrant expressions of the divine imbued with a deep, abiding sense of self-trust, self-love, and self-acceptance that can never be shaken. And as we embody this new consciousness, this profound realization of our own inherent worthiness, we begin to see the world around us through an entirely new lens. The things that once felt so overwhelming, so burdensome, start to fade into the background, replaced by a profound sense of ease, grace, and effortless abundance. We find ourselves navigating the complexities of life with a lightness of being, a calm certainty that comes from the deep, unshakable knowledge that we are indeed enough, that we are not just worthy of the abundance, the fulfillment, the joy that we seek, but that we are the very source of it. And my friends, the ripple effects of this transformation are truly staggering to behold. Because when we step into the fullness of our own sufficiency, when we claim our rightful place as sovereign divine beings, we don't just change our own lives, we change the world around us. We become beacons of hope, of inspiration for all those who have forgotten the truth of their own inherent worthiness. We infect the collective consciousness with the vibrant, empowering energy of self-love, self-acceptance, and self-trust. And in doing so, we catalyze a profound global shift in the way we all relate to ourselves, to one another, and to the very fabric of reality itself. So my friends, I implore you to join me on this incredible life-changing journey to commit yourselves with every fiber of your being to the sacred work of reclaiming your own divinity, your own inherent sufficiency, and to witness the miracles that unfold as you step into the fullness of your greatness. Because the truth is, the only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is the decision to step into your own power, to embrace the truth that you are indeed enough. And I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that the moment you make that choice, the moment you commit to this sacred work with unwavering conviction, the floodgates of possibility will open wide before you. So let us begin, my friends. Let us dive headfirst into the work of aligning our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions with the truth of our own sovereignty, our own divine potential, and let us do so with a deep and abiding sense of joy, of gratitude, and of unshakable self-belief. For the path that lies before us is one of true, lasting transformation. It is a path that will test us, challenge us, and push us to the very edges of our comfort zones. But it is also a path that will lead us to the realization of our deepest, most heartfelt desires. A path that will free us from the shackles of self-doubt, self-criticism, and the persistent belief that we are somehow not enough. And as we walk this path, As we commit ourselves to the practice of conscious, deliberate self-mastery, we will not only transform our own lives, but we will become beacons of inspiration and hope for all those who have forgotten the truth of their own divinity, their own inherent sufficiency. So, let us begin, my friends. Let us step into the fullness of our power, our sovereignty, our self-love, and let the miracles unfold one by one as we reclaim our rightful place as the masters of our own destiny.